Kaur from Makkar IELTS, and today I'm going to discuss with you an essay which has been seen in the very recent past. In fact, it was seen on the 30th November 2019 in the academic IELTS writing test in India. The topic is: most people today prefer to socialize online rather than spending time with their friends in the local community. Do the advantages outweigh the disadvantages? So this is an opinion essay, but the last sentence of this, the main sentence is: do the advantages outweigh the disadvantages? So in any case, whether you write in the introduction the advantages are more or the disadvantages are more, you have to write both things in the essay. You have to write the advantages, you have to write the disadvantages. But if you write in the introduction that the advantages are more, then you make two body paragraphs of the advantages and one of the disadvantages. But if you write in the introduction that the disadvantages are more, then you make two paragraphs of the disadvantages and one of the advantages. So, so this is basically an opinion essay, but you have to write both advantages as well as disadvantages. It is irrefutable that an increasing number of people today like to chat and make friends online instead of socializing with their friends and neighbors in person. Although there are certain advantages of this trend, I believe the drawbacks certainly outweigh the benefits. So, this is, I've clearly written that the drawbacks are more than the benefits. And irrefutable word means which cannot be refuted, जिसको हम नकार नहीं सकते, मतलब जो जो एक fact है. It is true that I tell my students that if you want to use this word, just put true in its place and see whether your sentence is making sense. So it is irrefutable that an increasing number of people today like to chat and make friends online instead of socializing with their friends and neighbors in person. Although there are certain advantages of this trend, I believe the drawbacks certainly outweigh the benefits. So this is a two-sentence introduction, and I believe this introduction and the conclusion should be very crisp and brief, and just let the examiner know what your essay is going to hold. Now we come to the first body paragraph. The main advantage of people spending time on social networking sites is that it helps them to keep in contact with a lot more people than they could in person. It is it is easy to make contacts. It's easy to make contacts, keep links with friends from high school and college, even if they are living miles away. Moreover, socializing online helps to form friendships with people with similar likes and dislikes. For example, if a person likes knitting, playing chess, reading books, or discussing politics, he or she can chat or discuss them online. People are not limited to interests based on their location. So, this paragraph is of the advantages. I have written in my introduction that the disadvantages are more. So I've made one paragraph on the advantages and I'll be making two paragraphs on the disadvantages. So advantages are that you can have more number of friends, and you can even have friends even who are living miles away. You can even be in connectivity with your friends who are living miles away, and you can also make friends with people who have similar likes even if they don't live in your area. For example, if a person likes knitting, he or she can have a friend who does knitting in any part of the world, and so they can exchange their views and ideas. So that is how you can have more number of friends with similar likes and dislikes. Next paragraph is on the disadvantages. Despite these benefits of online networking and socializing, I believe it far more detrimental for the individuals and the society. Firstly, it has impacted the quality of friendship. People have many friends online, but the number of friends people can rely on in case of adversities have fallen. This is because social networking has reduced the emotional connection, the thoughtfulness that develops when people actually spend time with each other. Secondly, the preference for spending time online has also adversely affected people's health. Earlier, people used to go out and spend time with friends, doing outdoor activities, visiting malls, and so on. All of these entailed some walking or physical exercise. So, in this paragraph, I've put two disadvantages. One is that the quality of friendships has fallen, and when there is actual adversity, when you are actually suffering from something, then you have you have no friends around you who will help you, and emotional connection is not there with online friends. And second thing is the effect is on the health of people. Then the next body paragraph also on the disadvantages. Finally, I believe the biggest impact of social networking has been the increase in cyberbullying and online harassment. It is easier for people to be rude on the internet as they can hide behind the anonymity that the internet offers. So, anonymous is whose identity no one knows. So, an internet offers this anonymity. You can make any false ID and be on the internet. So, you are anonymous. So, that is why it's easier for people to be rude and do cyberbullying as they think that nobody knows about them. In a sense, social networking sites have given people the license to be hurtful, as there are no apparent consequences of being hurtful or bashful on the internet. So, this is the biggest disadvantage according to me, and I've made one full paragraph on this. And so, these are the two paragraphs on the negative effects. To conclude, although socializing online rather than spending time with friends and neighbors in person has certain benefits, I consider it to be negative development overall. So, this is the one sentence conclusion. This essay has been written by Indrup Singh, and I believe he's done a good job. Uh, so, this is a crisp and brief intro, a very, very crisp conclusion, two paragraphs of the disadvantages, and one paragraph of the advantages. And that is all about the IELTS essay. So, that is, I was reading somewhere that the IELTS essay is very simple. In the introduction, tell your examiners what you have to tell them, then tell them in the body, and in the conclusion, just tell them what you told them. Okay, thank you very much for watching patiently.